Hi, I'm Shaman. Hello, I'm Rogue. Ooh. What's up gamers, it is TreesapJake here with yet another video. Now before I begin, I just want to wish you all a very happy new year. I hope 2021 is filled with you slaying absolutely everybody in the arena, because I know I'm going to be trying to. Okay, so this video is a response to a lot of feedback that I've gotten from the How to Beat Melee as Elemental Shaman video. A lot of people enjoyed my kind of slower commentary, going over a few things and how to beat certain things which are difficult for Elemental Shaman. So I thought I'd continue that trend and we'd take a look at how to beat Rogue Mage as an Elemental Shaman. Now, a lot of you will definitely remember and feel right now that dying to rogues in a stun is a very possibility for Elemental Shaman. We may be an S tier caster at the minute according to skill capped, but we still die in stuns, and rogues have plenty of them, and sadly they absolutely slap. Rogue Mage in particular is particularly scary because combustion is such a powerful offensive ability. It just absolutely blows you up. So I'm going to take a look at a game in particular that I've chosen, and the reason why I've chosen this one is because it's about 2k MMR, about 2.1. It's a really good game because I do terribly, well, not terribly as per se, but it goes wrong in a lot of occasions. We still win in the end, but it is a difficult game and everything goes a little bit wrong, and I make a fair few mistakes. I wanted to show you the mistakes that I make and how you should be more measured, what I could have done better, and hopefully from there you'll learn something a bit more than me just playing perfectly. So let's get into it. Alright guys, let's get into this clip here. Now, as I've explained before, the opener, that move that we want to go for, is getting Earthbind and Earth Ellie out. We want to make sure that we are getting in combat so that my healer does not get sapped, so they are forced to do some other CC, like Blind for example, but also get the Earth Ellie out so we can do our Earth Ellie wall, our 40% damage reduction during stuns. That's important because otherwise we die through them, unless you pre-Astral Shift. So that's very, very vital. Make sure that we are doing that. So here, we'll get into it. We'll see how it goes. One thing to remember is that in most normal goes, rogues don't often bomb the opener. Sometimes they do. In this one, he does. So you've got to be really, really careful. That is when you trade your trinket. And make sure that you trinket the second stun in the smoke bomb. They will normally cheap shot you into a kidney shot, or they'll cheap shot you into another into another cheap shot. Make sure that you trinket the second one. If you trinket the first one, you are still going to die in that bomb. So unfortunately, that's the thing. So for example, if he cheap shots you or kidney shots you, do not trinket the kidney shot unless it's sort of like at 3 seconds, but you will die into it. It's just incredible. Like, you'll just get restunned for another 3 seconds and then you just die. So just be careful for that, something to bear in mind. All right, so as we go in, I put Earthbind down, I get my Earth Ellie out, I get the Flame Shock up, and this is where they go on me. So here, they literally open with everything. I get the cheap shot, I get Combust, I've got my Earth Ellies running at the wrong target. This is where I start to panic. I'm going to press Thunderstorm, so I press that now. I'm trying to knock the rogue away. He's going to Shadow Step back to me. I'm going to press Earth Ellie Wall and then hope for the best. So I press it now. This is where he gets that. So I instantly trinket that second stun. I'm out of here. I know that it's coming and I'm running away. It's super DR'd now, so there's no way he's going to stop me. He's going to try and get me at the edge, but that's it. I've got loads and loads and loads of damage on me. My healer is sitting a full blind. He hasn't trinketed that yet. He doesn't even need to. I'm perfectly fine, but I am panicking. And what I do is, unfortunately, I trinket and I press double wall. This is something you should never do, guys. Never ever press Astral Shift and your Earth Ellie wall. They do not double. It doesn't make it 80% damage reduction. It just wastes one of the cooldowns. So really, really bad play by me here. Mostly because I'm panicking because I've got mind games on me. I'm sitting in loads of damage. Combust is up. I'm trying to get out of this bomb. I just accidentally press it, and that's just really on me. So we continue. I'm out. I get Dragon Breath and into another DR. We get the Fear, which is good. So my Warlock runs in, does the Fear. He's helping me out here. He's getting the Rogue off me. This is good. So I'm obviously here. What I'm going to do now is I need to stop the follow-up poly. There's going to be a polymorph on my healer. Now, my Warlock has been kicked, so he can't stop that. It has to be on me. I haven't got grounding, I've only got shear, so I need to make sure I'm in the line of sight. Something here, so he blinks in, he tries to blink behind my line of sight. This is important. I cannot shear him unless I'm facing him, so I have to turn real quick, and then I get the shear off, and we are okay. Unfortunately, I'm not going to probably be able to get this follow-up. I get charmed on my Hex, so this is actually scary, guys. Now remember, a priest can pull you off behind a pillar, and then the rogue can come back and cheap shot you. Thankfully, the rogue is not nearby, and I'm on the super DR with stuns, so we're actually chilling at the minute. I come down here, I'm run back up, I put the Flame Shock on. I want to try and purge him a little bit, try and see if getting my Flame Shocks up, do a bit of damage. get some damage out. Here comes the rogue. Now I lasso him here because I don't want him to do any follow-up CC. I don't want him to jump on me. But what we do is we get his trinket, which is nice. So I come back here. I can't stop the Ring of Frost. I could have done with Sheer, but it was just a little bit too fast for me to react to, unfortunately, when I'm focused on the rogue. So a big point here is just try and be aware of what the mage is doing at all times, because you are one of the people that can stop him. Grounding's up soon. I've got my Sheer up still, and we're actually chilling. He pressed a Shadow Blades here, which is kind of scary. This is a big cooldown, so I need to be careful. I get sacked, thankfully, so there's no follow-up CC on the polymorph. I don't need to stop anything here, but we're just chilling, and I need to try and stop something. So I'm trying to purge. I'm trying to get things out. I interrupt the polymorph just so we don't get any follow-up CC. I'm keeping the rogue in. Stealth with the Earth Ellie, that's important. Make sure he doesn't get the re-stealth here. What I want to do is I want to just kind of chill and get Hex on the mage so that we can sort of just ease out and everything's chill. We've got no sack. He's got bubble. We've got no trinkets. We've got no human racial. We've only got 2 bops left. I don't have any walls for another 40-50 seconds, so I really need to chill and really need to mitigate and just keep them sort of like ready for us to set up and get the pressure back. So I get hit, I get the dispel, I get the incap totem into the hex, so we're chilling. It breaks, obviously, unfortunately. I think we get the trinket or something at least. The mage is now, that's good, so the mage can be completely CC'd. No one's got trinket except for the priest at the minute. So we're kind of chilling, we're rotting them down. I just need to relax. I'm going to try and run away from this rogue now, kind of chill a little bit and make sure that I'm ready to stop the CC chain. Now, this is where I do something really bad. I have Sheer up, okay? Guys, if you have Wind Shear up, and unfortunately I didn't recognize that I did, if you've got Wind Shear up and you are too far away for grounding totens to be a thing, press Shear. I should have pressed it here. I did not. I do a triple DR lasso, which is never worthwhile. Guys, just be aware of how the stun DRs look. It won't show up on the right hand side, but you can recognize that cap totem on there next to the mage's name on the gladius. That is a stun. Make sure you don't DR that. It was really bad by me. They force the paladin's bubble with this, and it gets immediately mass dispelled. This is a really big mess up by me. So make sure that you are prioritizing Sheer, using your interrupt first, then grounding totem, and then if you have to, lasso. But honestly, if it's a super triple DR lasso, it's not even worth. Like, this guy's sitting a full poly, sitting a full kidney shot, sorry, and then he's going to sit a full poly, and this is the problem. So I do it. Really bad. I should have just lassoed him. I then sit the full cheap shot. I've got no earth shield on me. This is really, really bad. They proc my Nature's Guardian. My paladin is also trying to heal me up. He's trying to do something here. So he's out again of the polymorph, and he sits into a full fear. This is where he presses bubble. I get mind games on me as well. It's just a lot of damage. There's nothing I can do here. So he presses bubble. It gets immediately massive spell. And I could have kicked that as well, and I didn't because I'm panicking. Guys, just remain as calm as possible. Dealing with these guys is tough, but you need to make sure that you're keeping an eye on the mage specifically for the polymorphs and the follow-up CC. Kick the massive spell if you can. It's really, really vital that you do it. I mess up here. Again, as I said, I'm showing you something that I don't play very well here at all. My teammates are doing a really good job. I'm pressing grounding to try and stop any of the follow-up CC, any damage. But again, this is a panic grounding. There's no like strategy to it. So just remain as calm as possible. So here we go. I've got Bop on me. I'm chilling. This is where you get press Shadowy Duel, and I think he presses Smoke Bomb here because for some reason I cannot target him. Look, it says your vision of the target is obscured. I'm pressing buttons. I'm right next to him. Not sure what's going on here. I'm literally right next to him. I can't press it, so I think this must be a bug. But either way, the rogue gets a re-stealth, and I'm just having to play catch up. So I'm just hitting the mage a little bit, doing a bit of damage, not doing too much. As you see, I'm really not doing much pressure at all. This is literally all my warlock. I'm going to get faked here in a second. He does fake it, so he gets the full polymorph out. I try and lasso it. I get stunned immediately. He presses block to try and get the polymorph out, which is really, really good for us. He didn't need to do that. They could have just chilled, but he pressed block. So we're back in again. I knocked this rogue off. He doesn't have a shadow step for me, which is good, so we're just chilling. I need to try and get earth shield back up so I'm not dead. Luckily enough, my warlock gets a fear off on the mage during his combust. This is insane. The mage is now running off into Africa. As you know, fear does not break easily anymore, so he is just off in Africa. What I do very badly, and I don't recommend this, if there is a priest on the team and you see him running towards your healer, do not run towards him. I shouldn't have done this here. I was running to the mage to try and purge combust. I should not have moved towards my healer because then we get triple feared. Bad, very, very bad. It is awful. Thankfully, I've got Tremor up, and obviously there's a lot of dots on me, so it does break, and I think the Shadow Fiend on top of me breaks it as well, so I can press Tremor and out. Thankfully, we have that option there, but this was a very bad play over by me. Never stack when you're facing a priest. Never stack when you're facing a warrior. It is just easy triple fear, kill whatever target you want, and it will never break. So never do that, guys. Like, really be aware of your positioning here, because positioning is so vital into RMP. Right, so I run away. I press Tremor. We're all good. We get a fear. I want to run towards the mage and try and get the combust off, but there's honestly no point. Now, this is where the turn the tide turns a little bit. Priest is on the start to get low mana. We've got nothing. Their next setup is really, really bad. If they get the full go on me with everything, I know they don't have combust, but even with the Shadow Blades on the damage from the rogue, I could easily die. So I need to be careful. I'm just doing some damage. I don't want this rogue to get the re-stealth. So they're starting to run in. I try and get Stormkeeper out. I get kicked, so no kick. I'm doing a bit of damage. Now the rogue's on the other side here. The priest has got Hodge. I'm going to do damage. This rogue is half health, so what I'm going to do is with Master of Elements, I'm going to press Lasso. Full 4-second lasso. This is an orc, so it's relentless, so it's going to do less damage, but he's going to sit this, and I get a lucky crit, and this guy is just ever so slightly outside of his dome. Really kind of a good, maybe lucky play by me to catch him out of this. And even if he does get out of this, I've got an instant cast Lava Burst, which I'm going to slap, which I could slap into his face, but I don't need to because we get a 5k crit, and he is just dead. Really good follow-up from my Warlock there, just to Shadow Fury them as the priest waddles around the pillar to try and stop it. So there we go, we win. But it is a hard-earned win. It is not an easy win, and I make a lot of bad mistakes. So guys, normally the rogue would, there wouldn't be any bomb. I wouldn't panic. But I think the main thing that you have to do here is just be a bit more measured and just remain calm. Being calm against RMP is their greatest enemy because they rely on enemies panicking. They really rely on enemies panicking, especially because they've got so many stuns and everything. And as an elemental shaman, you are really susceptible to stuns. So just remain calm, keep sheer, keep grounding, hex the mage on cooldown if you can. I would often recommend rogue as the target. Rogue is a really nice target. He presses cloak often offensively, and it is a really, once that's down, that's it. They've got nothing. They literally die very easily. Feint is a good one, and if they are pressing feint, they won't have cheat death, which means they'll die very easily. But as a rule of thumb, I like to be able to hex the mage so he sits that full, and then we kill the rogue. But both targets are great. There are a lot of games where I kill mages anyway, or we kill mages anyway, instead of the rogue. But I think rogue is a really, really good target because if you're on him, he can't get the re-stealth, and especially if you're playing with an affliction warlock. So now I'm going to play the clip from the beginning to the end so you can see it all in fast motion. Obviously I stopped a lot here, but hopefully you enjoy it. Alright guys, that's it for this video. If you have any questions about Rogue Mage or any matchups in general, please do message me down in the comments below. Please contact me on the Discord. Please contact me on Twitter. I'm more than happy to answer any questions that you might have. Doesn't even matter if it's related to Rogue, Elite Shaman, whatever. I will do my best to answer your questions to the best of my ability. If you've enjoyed this video, if it's helpful to you, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe. It's really helpful. We've been growing so much recently, so I really appreciate that. Any other things that you want me to see, anything you want me to go over, please do let me know. I will do a breakdown of absolutely everything to do with Elemental Shaman, matchups, whatever. I'm more than happy to do so. But until then, take it easy and see you in the next video. See ya.